This is our sparkling Sarah that's been having problems. You see these yellow leaves? So I pulled it out the pot to examine the roots. All of that is simply rotten roots. And you can see this, like when I squeeze this, no root should squeeze that easily. And it almost has like it almost squeezes water out when I do that, which is not good. You see how flat that looks? When I squeeze it, it's just mushy. So I pulled that off the plant. If you find something like that attached to the rest of the roots like this, you want to just pull it off. And they actually come off really easily because they're rotten. So the next step is just to wash the roots, and basically you want to try to get off as much of the old dirt as possible because there might be fungus in the dirt. So if you can get as much of this dirt off, you have a better chance at your plant surviving with no more root rot. So that's pretty good. And the last step is just to put this in a new pot. If you're pulling roots off, you're gonna want to downsize the pot because you want your plant to occupy most of the pot. So you see this one is pretty big. That's how big it is in my hand. But since I pulled all these roots off, I'm actually gonna put it in here because it's gonna fill that pot up a lot more. So you wanna replace the dirt with dry dirt. Don't use any of the dirt that was previously in your plant because that dirt could have root rot. So you wanna put your plant in here with new dry dirt. We put rocks in the bottom here. Even though the pot has drainage, those rocks are gonna help keep the roots separated from the water. So we're just gonna put a thin layer of dirt at the bottom, and then I'll put the plant in just like so. And then I basically just fill it in along the sides. And you always wanna make sure that you don't pack the dirt too tight because you can actually suffocate the roots. So you want it to be tight enough to hold the plant upright, but you don't want it to be packed so tight that the roots are basically, jammed in there. I'm gonna remove this dead foliage. So I'm gonna pull this and I'm gonna cut it all the way down at the node like that. And then this one, same thing, cut it down as close to the stem as possible. And there you have it. Now you have a plant that has a fresh new start at life, and it has no more root rot soil, and it's gonna be beautiful.